up, everyone? Welcome back to BKNY Hoops. If you're new to the channel, I am your host as always, Rashid White. All right, let's get into it. You see the title, you see the thumbnail there. And man, it's been 5 days since I made a video for this channel, man. I'm gonna definitely have to get more consistent on making videos for this. And I've been into that Starz show, Power. And I mean, I'm just recently kind of like finding out about it. I know I'm always late to the game, but I'm hooked. And I've been distracted watching that. But I should be making videos doing this though, man. So let's get into it. Now, with the additions of Dennis Smith Jr., the draft picks that the Brooklyn Nets or Sean Marks actually got, I think Cam Thomas days in Brooklyn may be numbered. And now, why would you say that, Rashid? And there's a lot of people out there that love them some Cam Thomas. They love Cam Thomas. And I'm like, I like him too. You know, I like him as a player. He can score. But there's a lot of things. There's a lot of holes in this game. And it's like a lot of it is just basic basketball IQ. Now, when you are a scorer, you want to actually be an efficient scorer. You know, you want to probably get 25 shots on like 18 to 20 something shot attempts. Now look at Mikal Bridges, look at Kevin Durant, go look at Jokic, go look at Giannis. You know, go look at a lot of the really premier scorers in the NBA. You know, and just look at the efficiency. Another thing you see with Cam, I mean, there's shot selection issues. There would be like, he would come get a double team, 2-3 people on him, and he would actually take the shot. You know, you have to use your teammates when you're actually playing. You have to use your teammates. You got to use your teammates. You know, I don't care what level of basketball you actually played. We all been on the basketball court with guys just like chucking up shots. You know, back in the hood, we would call them, well, when I'm 44, but when I was like 18, 19, 20 something years old, we would say, yo, you going nut. You know, you're not passing the ball. And then you don't really actually want to play. He's like, you know, your mind is not really into it. You're not really engaged. You don't go out there. You don't play defense. You don't hustle. Now, another thing with Cam Thomas, what he actually has to realize is that, you know, guys like when he's playing with guys like Joe Harris, Seth Curry, Patty Mills, you know, guys like that, like those, you know, not everybody in the NBA can actually break a defense down in like 3-4 dribbles. All right, so like none of them, like a lot of these guys are specialists. So like Joe Harris, a shooter. Now that's what actually got him into the NBA. It's not him dunking on anybody. It's not because of his ball handling skills. It's not because of his passing skills. You actually have to use your team. 1 second. You actually have to use your team. You know, so, and then you have to also get those guys touches so they can actually feel like they're part of the game. So, like I said, those guys can't break guys down off the dribble. So you actually have to pass. We also looking at like with Cam Thomas, you want to see more like movement without the basketball. You know, him like probably moving around, catching and shooting. So I like the addition of Dennis Smith Jr. He brings some athleticism. You see, he's a guy who can actually get downhill quickly, and he can actually finish where Cam Thomas can't finish. You know, you have like, you know, longer, you know, taller, leaner defenders. Then it will be hard for Cam Thomas to actually kind of finish over those kind of defenders. So when you do have those kind of defenders on you, you don't want to be over dribbling, you know, which Cam Thomas actually does sometimes. You don't want to over dribble. Sometimes you actually have to pass the ball and try to hunt out the weakest matchup. Sometimes it's not going to be your night. And I also want to throw Mikal Bridges in there. I mean, he's a really efficient scorer. I mean, he can get you like 30 something points on 18 to 20 something shot attempts, 22 shot attempts. Also, you want to see him get into the lineup. One of the things about Cam Thomas that I was impressed with when he went on that 40-point barrage was actually his ability to actually get to the free throw line. So, you didn't see that much, you know, after he got limited bench. You know, when he was coming off the bench, I mean, you didn't really see any of that. You know, so So yeah, exactly, man. So that's the whole thing with Cam Thomas over there, man. I think he may be traded. I think he, if he can go to like a team like, I don't know, I wouldn't even say Houston. I'm trying to think of a team that can actually use him. Because there's times where Cam Thomas is actually useful, but those shots that he actually really takes, you want to see that with like maybe 7 seconds on the shot clock, 8 seconds on the shot clock. You run your sets, but with 18 seconds on the shot clock and you taking fadeaway shots and that step back, side step, 3-point shot. I mean, those are bad shots. Not many players. I mean, you gotta be a real. You gotta be. You have to be like a Kyrie Irving type player. I mean, but if you're just a young player actually coming in and you're taking shots like that, the coach is actually going to yank you, man. So a lot of guys who defend Cam Thomas never really played any kind of organized basketball. There's supposed to be a structure to basketball. It's nothing personal with him. He just has to actually learn how to actually play the game. I mean, something he should be doing. I don't know, man. His mind is wired a certain way to actually score. Maybe that's what he had to do in high school, and then what he had to do in college, and the fundamentals that should have been taught to him couldn't be taught to him because maybe the construction of the roster where they actually had to have him to score. And so he actually is really thinking about really his own NBA career, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So I mean, he's not really trying to he's trying to make as much money as possible. And I don't know if he's going to be able to kind of fill out a role here. I don't know. You guys actually tell me if there's a role for him. Can he actually give you an efficient 12 points, an efficient 12 points. It can't be like chucking up a lot of shots or anything like that. All right, so I will wrap this video up. Will Cam Thomas actually be traded? Now that the Brooklyn Nets actually has guards. So you'll see Mikal Bridges. He's going to play a bulk of the minutes. I don't know if there's any room for Cam or anything like that. Maybe in blowout games. And will he be traded? And what can they actually get for Cam Thomas? All right, so definitely like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. And when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.